applications, and what's really important is legislation. So this legislation.
Okay, welcome back. Welcome back. My name is Sal Cosentino, and in this session, we're going to be talking about Microsoft. Make this a little bit bigger here. And I will log in to so I'm going to talk about let's say admin Microsoft.com. Let's go ahead and log in. I should be okay here. Products. Products are there. I have my products available to the fore. So this is all licensed. I'm ready to go. I'm also going to download a few other things. So I'm going to go to Marketplace, and I will I'm going to pause the sharing for now. Right, I'm pausing the sharing and trying to start back to sharing. Okay, so in Marketplace, what I want you guys to do is go to all products, and within the all products, I want you to go for the Microsoft Microsoft Office 365 E3 or E5, right? So we can do E3 or E5. I'm going to go with the E3 first. Right. And I'm also going to download E3. Microsoft Office E3. Okay, so this one here is the Mobility E3 Enterprise Unattended Month-to-Month No Teams. So this one here is I'm gonna go with the Microsoft 365 E3. No Teams. And this one also has remote process automation. And I'm going to go to details. Right. And I'm going to start the free trial, but I'm going to pause the video. You just need to click on that. And as you could see here, the license coverage has the following applications, right? And enterprise management applications. So it has group policy management, right? And you know, it has the different exchange licenses, which is what we're looking for. We have Plan 2 Office 365 personal cloud storage, which is initially provided for 5 or more users, otherwise a terabyte per user. So it'll initially provide a terabyte user of OneDrive for business storage, which admins can increase to 5 and request additional storage by contacting the support. Storage up to 25 TB per user's provision for OneDrive for Business. Beyond the 25 is storage is provisioned at 25 TB SharePoint team sites or individual sites, right? So this also has data loss prevention and place holds. So this will have a lot of the stuff that I need right now. It also has my Premium 1 license, so right? But it's also with Premium 2 for security and usage reports. So I've already have that. It also has my Intune, which is what I need. And it has my Windows 10 enterprise licensing. So that's good. And it also has my business apps in case I need them, like Power Apps, Flow, Stream, right? So I can create videos and stuff, my favorite. And again, this is all that I need right now. There are some add-ons to this, but we're not going to add anything yet. Not in, there's no need for us to add on. Now, I'm going to pause. Well, I'm going to pause the sharing, and I'm just going to hit the free trial just to hide some information from here. So I'm just going to pause it. All right, and I'll be right back. And I've now ordered the 1 month term, 25 licenses. So I'm going to go ahead and try that now. Originally, when we create licenses, we can download the E3 or the E5 license trial 1 month term with no teams for a month. It does come with Intune. It does come with Intune licensing. Like I said, if we take a look at that, I'll show you guys. Right. So if I go back to my marketplace, sorry, if I go to my licensed users here, so if I go to users, active users, and this is where all my licensing is going to be, right? So when I'm clicking on, let's say, Scott Cosentino, and I'm looking at the licenses, and I'm looking at the apps compared to Intune, Entra. So this is what Intune, Entra, IDP2, and Visio Plan 2 have. I don't really need Visio right now. I'll just show you the 5 apps that are included. So as you can see, this is included in Plan 1. We have our ID Plan 2 and our ID Plan 1. So ID Plan 1, Premium 1, also comes with Defender for Cloud Apps Discovery and also comes with Azure Multi-Factor Authentication. Now that's okay. Again, we can show you all the licenses that come with Intune and all the licenses that come with our Entra ID Plan 2. So as you can see, these are the licenses that come. So if I were to add, and I'm just going to go ahead and show you what the E3 licenses come with. It comes with 54 applications, so it has the avatars. This does not have Teams. So you're going to need the Teams license, right? We're going to have to install the Teams license, right? So we're going to have to install that regardless, just so that we have a and I'm going to open up this into, sorry about that, guys. I'm just going to show you the licenses that are available with Teams and what we should be using with Teams. Again, there is Teams admin differences and SKUs. So I'm going to show you what licenses to get. That way you guys are ready to go. So we can purchase, again, the E5 or E3 no teams trial, which is sort of what we did. And if you kind of scroll down to the E3, like I said, we already have Plan 1. I installed Plan 1, but I can also just download this for 30 days plus another 30 days. Again, it's totally up to you, and then reuse, and then, install the Plan 1 later. But again, it's part of the package. So, this also comes with Plan 1, but not Plan 2, right? And it doesn't come with Teams, so we're not able to use Teams. This also has Power Apps for Office 365, Power Automate, so this also licensed for that. It has my auto patch, which is what I need for, especially when we're dealing with Intune, and then my licensing for Windows 10, 11 Enterprise version, right? So So that's pretty good. Like it has a lot of that stuff. And again, when we get the licenses, you know, we purchased the license already, and I showed you guys. Sorry guys, let me put that back. So here's the license that you guys see right now. So this is the specific license. So if I were to remove the Intune and Plan and P2, you'll see the different licenses. It has the Plan one already, right? It doesn't have Teams. It also has Power Apps for Office 365, and so forth, right? So we're gonna look at the different SKUs, and I want to show you the different SKUs that we're able to download and whatnot. So starting April 1st, 2024, so we're looking at almost 8 months ago, 8 and a little bit, all new enterprise customers who wish to provide workers with Teams and the value of existing Microsoft 365 or Office 365 enterprise suites like E1, E3, and E5 need to purchase 2 SKUs. So one is an E3, no Teams, and another one is Teams standalone. So this is either a Teams Enterprise or Teams EEA. So business suites and frontline worker suites up to 300 users will be available with both versions in versions both with and without Teams. So, the European customers, as the EAA, the European Economic Area, and Switzerland, that change became effect a year before. So it's almost been a year and a bit. Where enterprise customers already subscribed to 365 and Office 365 suites that included Teams prior to will continue to use, renew, upgrade, or otherwise adjust their subscriptions, right? So you can go ahead and do that. Excuse me. We as of as of um as of April 1st, 2024, um, with today's commercial lineup of EA in Switzerland and E1, E3, E5, Microsoft E3 and E5 suites, with Teams no longer available to set net new customers. So they've removed the Teams option and admin as part of that. So, net new customers that are subscribed to Office who wish to provide their end users with Teams will need to provide, again, the 2 SKUs that I said. So we'll have to provide 1 SKU of Microsoft 365 E3 or E5 no Teams, or Office 365 no Teams suite, and Enterprise Teams Enterprise. So we'll have to download the Enterprise Teams Enterprise, right? So I know it only allows for 1 seat license, but again, this option is available. The Microsoft Teams Premium introductory pricing or premium overview for admins. The trial is added to the admin center, right? So if we're looking at the admin center, and I'm going to close that for now. If we're going back to Marketplace, it no longer uses introductory pricing premium, I think, right? So if you got the Teams license, if we're looking at Teams, right? We're looking at all the Teams licensing here. I'm going to go to collaboration. We have Essentials. We have Rooms Basic without conferencing, which is free, right? So for meeting rooms without audio conferencing, and then we have meeting rooms without audio conferencing. So these are basic and pros. We also have phones. We have premium, right? We have Teams Room Pro, right? Without audio conferencing month to month. We also have some other Teams Room Pro. We have premium month to month. We have pro licensing month to month, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So this is basically the free trials. Again, they changed the free trials from last year, right? The introductory one is no longer available. And the only availability that we have here is the Teams Premium, right? So we can use the Teams Premium, they're not really a replacement for Teams licensing. Users still have to have both the license and the Teams Premium license for Teams and Teams Premium features to work properly. But Teams' Premium is just an add-on that provides the following enhancements to teams like meeting experience for end users, etc. Protection, security, administrative, and telemetry support. Not something that I need you guys to worry too much about, right? But have our right, we have our Teams Room Pro management here for Teams Admin Center, right? We're not going to use that right now, right? So we do have our essentials. We have our premium introductory pricing. I think so. We still have that. We don't have that anymore. I think it's removed. I think we removed that introductory pricing. They're no longer available. So as you can see, it's no longer available. So I'm going to go ahead and show you the enterprise trial. It's just a paid team standalone SKU. Again, that we're going to use, right? And we're going to try the 25 licenses enterprise trial for 25 licenses because that'll give us the um, admin center, hopefully. So we should be able to get the admin center. So we're gonna do that. And second, and again, there are shared devices versus the Teams Enterprise. We're just gonna assign that license. So I'm gonna assign the Teams Enterprise license. And then we also have the essential licenses, right? Um, and again, we can get the essentials licenses for Teams. We can download that because that's originally what we should be downloading. And this will come up for apps and services. And this is essentially just for Teams. So what we'll do is we'll download the Teams and I'll see what the details show. Right. And this is not a trial. This is not a trial. Right. There is no trial for this. So I won't be using this one. Um, so I'm going to go ahead and try the Teams exploratory. Let's see. So I will be using so I'm going to be downloading. I'm going to go back to the product details. So I'm just going to go back one more. And I will be downloading Microsoft Teams. I'm going to download the free trial. Enter. Right. And we will be using the premium, right, which is a start free trial. So I'm going to pause the sharing and just click on the start free trial. And this allows for 25 licensing. So I'm going to try that now. And there we go. So that's been ordered. And there you have it. I'm going to go back. Okay, so I'm now sharing my screen. I'm going to go back to billing. I'm going to go to my products. And I should have two new licenses here. Right, and we can assign licenses now. Right. And again, this we can edit these licenses, right? For another 30 days. right? And this is our premium introductory pricing trial. So this one here is good for 30 days. We also have our free version, obviously, that we talked about. Right, we talked about that as well too. So if I go back to my licenses, right, I have my 5 licenses that I've built. So if I go back to my active users, I can now manage my product licenses for them, and I will assign more, and I will assign E3 and Teams to both. So I'll give them an E3 license and a Teams license for both of them. I'm just going to click yes. I can download. This will download now my SKUs. And then I'll just click done. So this user here, these users here have my E3 licensing here. So they're both on E3, including the plan 2 and Tune plan 1. So I'm just going to open up the users here. Right, so these here is my so this is the SKU order for that. This is in different licenses that are applied to each user in a CSV format. And I guess that's it, guys. So that's basically adding licenses such as E3 and Teams Premium licensing to, which is the introductory one, to existing users. Again, you need to set up your accounts. Again, you can personally start off by getting an E3 or an E5 license. It's totally up to you. A lot of companies use E3 and a lot of people use E5. E5 is more for admin stuff. So, if you have your E3 and your E5, you're more than welcome to try that out. I can purchase both, but again, I prefer E3 and E5, right? Essentially later on, I can always, add in, I can add different licensing and remove different licensing based on my criteria. So I know that in my E3, it has my Intune Plan 1, so I don't need my Plan 1 license. It'll still work the same. So I just thought I'd let you guys know. And this also has my OneDrive, Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Admin Center, which is what we need. This also has my Entra, Microsoft.com. So now. Settings that I want. And again, owners can manage group memberships, and I'm going to say no to that. Restrict user availability to access groups, yes. We are going to users can create security groups in Azure portals. No. Users can create no. We're going to say no to that, and we're going to go back. And I have a video already on this. So if I go back to expiration, these are the groups that I've created. Right? We have our different naming policies that we've already discussed. We've talked about this already. These are the different naming policies that I want for that specific policy group. And that's it, guys. That's basically it. There's not really much to talk about here, but I just want to, again, thank you. Thank you for taking the opportunity to look. And again, this is my thing. And then we can also type in our Intune portal, right? I'm going to get rid of the bookmarks. I'm not sure why the bookmarks are. I don't want to show a bookmark. Right, bookmarks part.
The pedestrians and the cyclists suffered serious injuries but are expected to survive. The driver of the
Okay, so again, this is okay. So anyway, so intune.microsoft.com, and I'm going to click on that, and that'll automatically bring us into our Intune portal, right? And if we go back to our tenant administration, all right, so we go to our health and service center. These are the pending support for Android devices in GMS. This is what's happening and now available in Intune for November. And we are in 24.11 version still. We're still not at the 24.12, as you can see. We can activate a feature to activate auto patching now that we have the licensing for that, and we can add that. Can acquire that later. It's a different class. So again, here's my all users, my deleted users, sign in logs if I need to, audit logs. I can create new users, right? I'm not going to create new users, but again, we can go and do our password resets. Again, password resets, right? We can manage authentication. We can select a different group, so we'll just say all for now. We can set notifications. So notify users on passwords, no follow admins when admins reset their password, no. We can customize help desk links. We can put different help desk links here for everyone to see. We can do authentication methods, right? We can make it as hard as possible and give it two types of authentication methods, right? So we could say mobile phone or mobile app notification, email, right? We could do security questions if we'd like. We can make it different harder. And make this even harder for the user. That way, we can ask the number of questions required to register, and we can set those 3 questions required, number of questions required to reset, and number of questions to required to reset and register. And then we can set up those questions, right? As predefined or as custom. Again, it's totally up to you. So in this case, we can do 1, 2, 3, or whatever, right? And then 5, right? So we'll hit OK. Right, so those are the questions for that. We can also customize that if we'd like, and then hit OK. So that's set. I'm going to save that again. I saved that on the authentication methods. And that's it for now. I'm not going to go too much into it. Like I said, I just want to show you how to add the 2 licensing, how to look at the different admins functionality in tenant admin. When we're looking at the status, we're looking at the health center messages and service health messages and incidents that are available. We can see past advisories, past service health issues. If there are active issues that are Microsoft is currently worked on, we can see those by ID, like MO. We can see some, different errors in terms of Microsoft 365 suites, right? So that's an availability. That's an availability featured for you guys to see, right? So we can see that for that. We can see issue history. We could take a look at reported history. I don't think it has. We'll change the dark mode as an example, just to show you guys that. Then we have our software updates. If we need to create a ticket, we can create a ticket here. Support, and we can create help and support ticket. and then view the different requests in the ticket that we need to see. Again, this is all here for us to look at. Here's my teams finally added as we added that license. I have my team's admin license. Hopefully this will work. This should work now. So let's wait for this to load. And we'll see what happens here. Just gonna wait. And we'll wait for that to happen. User settings. Users can register applications. Nope. Restrict non-user admins from creating tenants. Yes. So again, yes, restricts the creation of ID tenants to a global administrator or tenant creator rules. No, allows non-admin users, which is not what we don't want that. So we're going to restrict that. Users can create security groups. We're going to say no. Users have limited access. Guest user access is restricted to properties and memberships, right? So we're going to do that. Administration center. Again, restricting access to Microsoft Entra admin. So this switch prevents users from misconfiguring resources. So this is not a security measure. No lets non-administrators browse the admin center. Yes, restricts it. So I'm going to say yes, right? And we have 5 more minutes. And again, LinkedIn accounts allow users to connect to their work. I want to say no. Show keep users signed in. And again, we could set up the collaboration for external users and user features. I'm just going to say yes for now. I'm going to save that and end the video from here. I want to thank you guys. I hope this video was very informative. I want to thank you guys again and hope to see you soon.